Hello and welcome back to Wrestling Mom's Basement. This is our One Night Stand 2006 retro review. I am Patrick Young. This guy to my right is Carmella's biggest fan, especially in those orange tights, Joe Venuto.
How you doing?
Carmella's newest biggest fan, I should actually say.
There you go. It'll be done on this. It'll be done once she loses the championship.
It'll be done as soon as she has an match.
Okay, so that should be her next match.
Exactly.
I'd let her slide her. She could be a calendar champ for all I know. As long as she updates me. Once again, I just want to excuse myself if you hear me cold fill a lot. I just did the battle and cold, and the weather hasn't exactly been normal. Yeah, Philly. So sorry about that.
It gets really nice and the wind's not blowing, and then the wind blows, and then it's freezing cold.
But I do think we're supposed to be in the clear this week. I think it's supposed to be all 60s starting tomorrow. So
If you're from Philly, you would truly care about this.
yeah, but I do apologize if if the choking noise. You just watch us on mute.
Yeah, we'll just say. Yeah, I'm getting off a little cold that for some reason I haven't bounced away from either. So you'll probably hear me coughing a few times as well.
Right. This is One Night Stand 2006. Date was June 11th, 2006. Hammerstein Ballroom, New York City. New York, the attendance 2,460. Commentator show Styles and Taz. This is the second One Night Stand. And this is the first show in WWE ECW.
Because ECW, the brand itself,
Has been revived.
would be only starting on the next Tuesday.
Heyman selected Angle RVD over to the show since Angle has an open challenge, and RVD's catches by in the back against Cena. So let's get to it. We open with a shot at the crowd. Here's the boss. Paul Heyman comes out. He's superstar. Everyone to live the dream of a wrestler. So superstar says that the triumph of his stream has risen again. They're going to Porter Coy down the first everyone and it starts here tonight. The fans chant thank you, Paul Lee. This is because the fans, not Vince. Heyman says he'll be around for fans and says this better than Royal Sackdown.
However, it's going to be the same fans that if Vince's music plays, you'll see this.
Heyman believed in what he had, no fans.
Yeah.
Deep Soul plays us in. Taz versus Jerry Lawler. They have feud with their commentaries for weeks lead up to this. Oh, and before I forget, there was a show called WWE versus ECW on a Wednesday, where Big Show jumped. So that show will likely be referenced a lot for this review.
Probably, yeah.
Lawler, of course, is Bruno Building. The good thing is, though, Lawler's one of the best actual heels that has ever rolled to face her, so there's no problem for him. He goes over and slaps Joey before going in the ring. The strike goes down, the bell goes off, when Joey comes in and jumps on his back. Paul's our attempt, but Taz grabs the Taz mission, and we're done 30 seconds for the choke out.
Probably at this point, being mercifully kept short because you don't want to see you don't want to see Taz, a retired Taz necessarily, go up against maybe a 60-year-old Jerry Lawler at this point. But it starts with the show, it gets the crowd hype, and you get a small sample of what the rest of the night's like to come.
This is exactly what it should have been, a great way to protect Taz, who can't wrestle, to his neck.
Yeah.
We get a clip of the previously mentioned, what is it, show turn. He ordered the last two in as Show pulled off his roll shirt to reveal the ECW one. Well, they had to give him some star power. On the same show, Cena had a hardcore match with Sabu, but Show saves Sabu from tapping and makes him roll on the show. Taz jumps in on commentary. Randy Orton versus Kurt Angle. Orton does his pose in the corner of Joey hates to be fireworks in ECW.
Yeah, he really did.
This was an open challenge to anyone from any ring, 4-side, 6-side, or 8-side. Orton is sent on Monday, so this wasn't a shock. Angle is, of course, over like no other here, and that whole second thing worked well for him. The ring is all smoking out, and vulgar cheers began. Orton hit the floor, the fans are throwing all pussy at him. Angle off doesn't work, so face chant, Angle's gonna kill you. Off the headlock in the ring as the face curses Orton out like no other. Angle goes for Angle, get it, Orton peels again, the crowd's getting to him too. Kirk guys a double leg with ease and takes Randy down, works him like there's no tomorrow. Angle offers Randy a first shot, says here, give me a headlock. Curtis gives a go with suplex and gets sent to the post to get Randy's first actual advantage. Randy hammers away, Curtis like screw it, and charges him, take him down these again. That seems to be a few minutes session. The face like Randy can't wrestle. This is the same company that said guy down wrestle solo. Well, this is the same company that said guys like Bulls were Hollywood great, so.
Yeah.
So, I don't take much into what they said. Kurt grabs a hand, Nelson cries on the arm. But Orton grabs a chalk instead, and Corral Alley changed board, which I can't say I fully disagree with. Angle finally wakes up and signs off a German, but can't capitalize. They're slugging it out, and Angle's able to get some clothesline takeover, over, no German, and let's roll with those. Side drop kick gets super over as the fans stay on him. Angle reverses into the belly back because he likes to suplex people. Angle slam hits her alone too because Angle slam isn't really a finisher. They only did to a never finish it anymore. Angle locks reverse, and there's the backbreaker. Top rope crossbodies roll for two for Kurt. RKO's count to ankle lock attempt but feels. The next attempt doesn't know and Orton taps.
I thought it was a pretty good, technically a pseudo opener since there was technically an opener before, but I think this is probably a bit more what you're expecting for an opener. Just a very good, well-wrestled match to start off the show very strongly. I thought it was very good. I don't really have any complaints for it as an opener. And I think it's up there with the best of the night, but not quite. Just not quite.
Pretty good match here. I thought the chemistry at times was off though. Like, I'm not just chemistry, psychology match. Because Angle's just short Orton out there, and then went to this big rush when Orton got anything going though. Making Orton look like an idiot out there at times, I thought. And once there's that side, but at the same time, the match was kind of there because Orton never could get anything going. Angle will be going in 2 months though, so they didn't really have to do it.
Yeah. I gave it a B+.
B bias. ECW's going to have house shows. That likes them all.
Yeah. One would funnily enough be, in fact, in the old ECW arena.
Yes.
That apparently was, in fact, a terrible show.
Yes. FBI versus Tajiri is Super Crazy. Guido and Mama Luke are here with a guy named Big Guido. The fans will chant welcome back to all 4 guys because some of them were there last year. Mama Luke isn't. Tony Mama Luke wasn't tiny like he was back in the day in ECW when I see footage of FBI. Tajiri breaks up a key lock by Mama Luke to take off the Italians. Joey and Taz make fun of home mystical ideas. The fans chant Nacho Libre. Technical stuff, of course, start.
No, just good.
As the fans start, as you want to start for these guys, short arm scissors goes on and crazy lifts Mama Luke up. A la British Bull over Shawn Michaels. Taz says like Backlund, who's more famous for it, I guess. Also Tajiri, Big Pop, and Guido with fans chanting ECW in general. Guido grabs a very quick Fujiwara armbar, but Tajiri's ropes that came out of nowhere. Guido really was good with it. He got going out there. I would say that about Brenda. Look.
Yeah.
Guido looks like his aunt.
Yeah.
Tajiri.
Well, that's just the news.
Tajiri got something, I think it was like a cousin of the Tequila Sunrise locked in. It was an inbred cousin.
Yeah.
The Tequila Sunrise. Which doesn't last long. Tree 1 for Guido and Aaron breaks down quickly. Double tree 1 and almost Sarah baseball slides into the Italians. Crazy tries for the triple moonsaults, but totally misses the bottom rope. And Mama Luke saves Guido from others. Outside moonsault takes out the Italians now and everyone's down. And Big Guido finally said this and he's on Crazy like there's nothing there. Crazy versus Mama Luke down. Tony, Mama Luke's first hit a few minutes that. Throws all some fast submissions, which gets him nowhere. Guido kicks Crazy in the face into Tajiri's like gimmick conversion and kicks the Italians in half. One-man flapjack by Crazy sets on time to Jerry and the kicks her on again. Octopus goes on Mama Luke as this has been about one-sided. Hamstring elbow takes out the Italians and big kick to Guido. Gasu's all breaks up again. Double tarantula to the Italians. The good guys, I think, were Super Crazy into Jerry, right?
I believe so, yes.
Alright. Try to take out Big Guido with kicks that actually works. Some giant crazy some John he was. Crazy can stay now since the jury moves with the tallies for a bit until they catch him in a double Fisher's ball to end it.
This match actually surprised me a little. It was actually better than I expected. I thought that it was pretty solid from all four guys. Mainly in the part for me would be FBI. I didn't realize that they can actually be somewhat decent on my part, but still a pretty good match.
Real not sure I agreed to end it though, as Tajiri was way more popular than anyone else in there. From what I got from the crowd.
Yeah.
The Italians routine was funny when they had the joke right, but then towards the end they blew it by making them just run a tag team. Real not sure I get to end it here, but not a bad match at all.
Yeah, I gave it a B-.
C. Wow. Big Show comes out, beats everyone up, including how I guess is a big showdown with Big Leah. ECW on Sci-Fi debuts Tuesday, if you're interested.
Yes.
JBL pops up on the balcony with some other guys behind him to run down WCW.
WCW.
What's that called?
ECW.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, I forgot the colors. Did he run down? I forgot right now WCW.
He ran down ECW. He ran down New York. Yeah.
The face chant homosexual slurs, which JBL has no issue shout back at them. We get references to the Blue Me incident last year, where JBL legitimately beat up me during the big brawl to the show.
Yeah, it was because someone hit JBL hard in the head, and when JBL turned around, he saw Meanie.
That's what happened.
Yeah. I believe that's what Bruce Pritchard said had happened.
Okay.
And that was one of the reasons why he didn't really like having people drink at his show.
That makes sense. This goes into a huge anti-study rant where he praises Vince and bashes everything instead of stuff for. This is great heel stuff. And the crowd reaction which proves it. And now JBL's the voice of... And JBL's the voice of SmackDown. Yeah,
that's what he announced.
Yeah. Get the ECW book. So, while we're at.
Why not?
SmackDown World Title. Rey Mysterio versus Sabu. Rey was booed out of the freaking building. Naturally, he's the only world champion here instead of world title champion because that's how they roll here.
Yeah.
There's other true rules, like every other match here showed me, but of course it isn't because it's not the WWE way. Rey has a cheer during the big match intros. Sabu grabs up in front of the bell and the fans are totally behind Sabu. Here's a good quote from commentary. Joey, mixed reaction here for Rey. Taz, they're billing him. After some basic wrestling stuff, they duel with the cheers, and guess who was that? Here's Sabu in the corner, but Rey gets the drop tail and break up the triple jump moonsault. 619 misses, and you think Rey had just banned. You think Rey had just killed somebody's puppy. Over 619, just boot out of the building. Big cheer shot sends Rey to the floor and rolls on his table time with the table set up as a bridge between the ring and the railing. Rey's place on him moves. Sabu starts setting up. Sabu can send his steps and moonsault press gets 2 for Rey. Kyle clutches Sabu which rolls a shoot chant. Naturally, he lets it go down to grab a table. Arabian face ups as Rey troubles left on the table on the floor. Table 7 front of the aisle, but Rey knocks him into it and his C sets out for it, put both guys down the aisle. Sabu's arm is messed up, and Rey tries something like near Sabu in the corner, but Sabu gets out of the way and hits a springboard leg lariat to take Rey down. Triple jump moonsault gets sent close to it. Was more like a knee drop to the face, but close enough.
Yeah.
Sabu gets all tipped over and pulls the chair and pelts the chair at the head of Rey to take him down onto the bridge table from earlier and big front foot dive over the top for a table. Take both guys out and here are some suits to say that they can't continue. And we're done. I'll spare you a very long rant about how stupid this is.
Going with the match, it was a pretty good match. It was going very well. The ending of I think it kind of came a little too soon. Especially for the standards of Sabu and a hardcore Extreme Rules match. But still, I thought for what we got from it, it was a very good match. Had it actually gotten a proper finish, had it gotten at least another 5, maybe 10 minutes. I thought that this could probably be remembered for a long time.
Yeah, this would have been higher if this had finished. Ray wasn't used to be hated like this, so they went against it for the sake of having this match. That being said, taking the superhero out of the match in case it got too extreme is incredibly stupid. Screw it. Here's the Ray I mentioned. My first one of our race.
I gave it a B.
I gave it A minus.
Okay.
Because you were all this other way you said it'll be remembered for all time.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm me. So we're doing Ray now.
Yeah. Yep. Here's where I get the rest of my eyes.
This is the first shot to kill ECW. So let's take a look at some of Sabu's more famous stuff. How do I know so much about Sabu?
Yeah. How do you know so much about Sabu?
Yeah. Well, I'm looking at a Sabu figure over there.
And roughly the colors he was wearing in the pay-per-view.
So that's what's wrong.
Might be, yeah.
He's ripped open a bicep and glued it back together to continue the match. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
He had to be cut out barbed wire after winning the match. Did you know that?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay. He's been set on fire.
Not shocked.
He's been put through more tables than you can count.
Yeah.
He's been beaten up, stomped on, kicked, smacked around, choked out, everything else you can think of. But he can't continue because of go for a single table. Just think about that for a minute. How weak does that make him look? The old grizzled hero of the people now can't take a single what the fuck am I defending Sabu? Can't take a single shot through a table by doctor's orders. How many times do you remember a doctor being around ECW? The right idea of DQ ECW was blasphemy.
Didn't we watch an ECW pay-per-view where New Jack and some big fat dude literally jumped off the scaffold.
Yeah.
And literally just smacked their bodies against the hard concrete.
Yes.
But yet here we have a doctor.
You can see right here how it's a WWE show. And not an ECW show. There's going to be Simon's cover coming, as I'm sure you remember, the zombie. Be on the first show at Sci-Fi, yes? As a dead guy that creates human flesh. It's as stupid as it sounds. Anyway, ECW was dead, and this proof show started right here. Stupid moment, as he was right whale on Foot Pin. What made more sense here? Just trying to stupid and way to make you so you look weak from the get-go. Look at me defending ECW.
Yeah.
Anyway, take a guess on how the fans take this one. The replay shows I was worse and jumping into the right, so he should be hurt a good deal worse. We recap Edge and Foley versus Dreamer Funk. Foley and Edge had a great hardcore match and made it clear that he and Edge were the best hardcore guys ever. Funk and Dreamer protested and we have a match. Heyman went off with Foley, saying he was a prostitute. And Edge and Foley were declared co-hardcore champions. Foley says...
So technically our conversation from last week, where we said that when Jeff... actually it wasn't last week, it was Monday. When Jeff won the United States title, that Jeff won every single belt that could be offered to him.
Right.
And you said I couldn't think of another person. Maybe maybe Edge.
I said Edge.
Yeah, you said maybe Edge. I said he didn't win the hardcore title.
Right. So you were wrong about your favorite wrestler. I was right.
However, I actually.
But wait, no, Edge did lose though. Jeff was WWE Tag Team Champion. They had listed. Edge did win the WWE Tag Team.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So Jeff's still ahead.
That's right.
By one championship.
I did check it on Wikipedia though. The hardcore title is actually not listed on their Edge's titles.
So they probably shook it out anyway, technically.
Yeah, it's more or less. It's probably more or less.
Honestly, it was cool at this point. It was cool at this point. This was literally for storyline purposes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Foley says everybody says jealous because he's got the star power that none of them did. Heyman made it a required tag match.
Gosh darn, he did sell out. He sold out Madison Square Garden.
Yes.
It's my favorite line from his promo.
Edge and Foley versus Tom Dreamer Terry Funk. Foley's brewed on the building, but we have promos for a match. He says he did sell out, but he means Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
He literally said the point was run by True Visionary. So let's hear from Stephanie McMahon. We'll live the line. Sounds funny. Here's Edge with Leah. Edge says he says Christmas at Heyman and Santa. Then they're going to go home and text her imaginary girlfriends that the show's great and go on the internet and pleasure himself to his actual girlfriend. Funny something good. Lee said the fans get a little action runs down Buell. The cover is not here, but Tommy Dreamer sleeps on his man in the box. No cover of it.
Yeah.
Comes that came on the crowd while nothing that. Even Buell is here, so let's say it's 6-man woman. As before he leaves, Tommy Dreamer can't fucking Buell McGillicuddy. Buell actually looked great here. I know it was she's actually was hot for ECW.
Yeah.
Look at her. She looked good when she retired in the ECW arena like 4 years ago now. So,
yeah.
I still got my house for her. For that's like the 5th time this week I said that.
Yeah. Has hardcore tickets on sale in Philly.
May 19th.
Yes.
Can't find the
We will
start.
probably be there.
But
We will probably be there if Joe orders the tickets.
we would definitely be there. I just got to check this. Can't find the start, but the guys coming back. Edge and Drew started solo and they actually wrestled a bit. Ultimate Foley and Funk, who also wrestled a bit. Actually, good at the Funk. He might be better at it, even if he may out practice. Foley sort of was doing this to try his leap. Yep, but here's the brawl. Dreamer grabs some water to send Edge's face.
Good night, boys.
Then
Good night.
as Funk counters on Foley with whatever the hell he takes the notion to, the girls are still chill the apron area as weapons come across the ring. They're going to be able to ties their whole harder. Everyone will expect a lot of play from this point, we'll just say that. At baseless line in garbage can into Foley's head, Edge takes her with Dreamer and it's ladder time already. The old dudes go up the aisle. As soon as the production guys show when they know how to go back and forth and keep up with the action. Ready to see tons of the tops of people's heads.
Yeah.
And Cole and fall action. Ladders go upside Dreamer's head, but a spear sent towards the Edge lands on the ladder. Fucking Foley get back in and his windmill with the ladder time. Funk spry 61 here. Goes on the ladder for Edge to dump it over and have him crash on the map below. Dreamer sets on the Dreamer driver on Edge when Leah finally does something. Bring up the driver. Foley Edge find big plywood board. Okay. They find no one covered in barbed wire. No, that's more like it. They slam it down Dreamer who gets a claw in his skin.
Yeah, well, it was just awkward timing that they just had the extra board there.
They tried to do it again, but Funk pulls their feet out and lands on the heels, including Edge's face. The fans, every the next guy's chant, they want fire. Barbed wire board 7 quarters, however, some push on Foley. Before he just thrown for the board. Dreamer's crash on the railing outside the fans. I think this is awesome. I'll be glad to agree from us.
Yeah.
Foley matches for the board with the Funk, and it has leading to even more barbed wire. He gets wrapped around Foley's arm and he rams into Funk's head. Terry's wheel over and shakes like a fish, as is his custom. Foley rams the wire to his face for good measures. The referee takes Funk out as he screws him out his eye. The fans on the same aim against barbed wire baseball bat is that goes into Dreamer's anatomy, including his balls, due to a lay drop from Leah. Mick pulls out a pair of socks to really take the fans off. Foley goes ultra heel by pulling the claw of Beulah, sending Dreamer off. He gets called to hold anyway, and Edge spears him to death. Edge and Lee go to Beulah, and Edge puts her in front of him. We're Trish and Triple H, so we need him for pointers.
Yeah.
It says, "Fuck, come for the crowd with a big bandage around his head." And 2x4 wrapped in barbed wire. The distraction lets Dreamer hit parallel blows, and Beulah chases Lee off. Funk bites them with the board, and then the words to Bubba Ray Dudley, why don't we just light on fire?
Yep.
Funk drills Edge with it, and then hits Foley set in for the barbed wire board, which Foley said was absolutely aggravating. Oh, that commentary I heard him do for his dash. Funk is dropped on top of him, and Dreamer takes that Edge, put him in a cross face, and instead of choking him, he grabs the barbed wire around his face and pulls back on it. Catfight ensues, and Dreamer gives lead Dive Valley driver, and is all fired up by Edge grabs Edge back with barbed wire. Spear to Beulah and cover with Edge, pull her legs in the air and bounce somebody out on her ends this absolute war.
Yeah, this is actually my favorite match of the night. I just thought it was great that Edge literally just relished this role and just became literally the rated R superstar. because he literally just pantomimed having sex with Beulah twice. I also really like that it didn't feel like a total war, just four guys beating the hell out of each other. My one, I guess, pseudo's complaint about it is psychology. Beulah is asking to be added into the match, and then mostly stayed on the apron.
Psychology, ECW, well, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, I know. Probably in the grand scheme of ECW, it's probably one of the least, I guess, sins that ECW's committed for psychology. But it was just a little thing, just a little complaint about the match. However, the rest of it's pretty fantastic.
It was a freaking war here as those four absolutely destroy each other in terms of name of violence and revenge. Edge looked like a superstar, which was the point of the whole thing. This is easily the match that show is well we're seeing if you're a fan of big old violent wars. The WWE tag work helps a lot here too, as they barely miss anything, which is a major upgrade over the regular Snow production. I got last week. Check this one out. It's great stuff and very violent, but in a good way.
And it literally just made my list as one of my 10 honorable mentions for matches of all time. A
nice. We take some time to clean up the carnage, focus on barbed wire, and him giving instructions on how to get him out is funny for some reason.
Yeah, he's sitting there asking him to cut him out.
Cena's in the back and the heat is unreal. RV's getting ready to phase our bit more, please. Bulls Mahoney versus Masato Tanaka. Taz, my sunglasses in a weird sight. Makes fun of Bulls being from Nutley, New Jersey. More knowledge of that one.
Balls, Nutley, get it?
These used to be tag team champions. Bulls and Masato. Show said it starts to face totally behind Tanaka. He has a man shoulder too. Tanaka hammers away start, but won't the power slave and some punches. Mahoney sent it force, so Tanaka dives on him to start brawling outside. Bulls was a beer, so he takes simply drills Tanaka with the rest of it. Road cheer shot misses as the fan has a sign that says poor. No one ever said it makes sense. Backing out Tanaka. This is Marshall too. Bull gets on his own screw it. Let's have a cheer goal. A huge shot for Mahoney's on all to end it, which is a bit hard to buy into the war Tanaka also had the year before that.
Yeah, match was, I guess, okay for what it was. Literally just a little down period in between two big matches. Literally in between two big matches. And a little nostalgia. They get balls hitting people with chairs. The crowd gets to chant balls. Not absolutely the worst thing I've seen about ECW, but not the greatest thing you'll see either. So
it's just a quick match to give the fans a breather, which is probably a good idea. This is a rematch of some original pay-per-view, I think, but it wasn't referenced.
Yeah.
Team Fury, it's not like there was a point in this one, so I can't blame him for that one. Just a match shared himself a band out.
I gave it a D.
D plus.
Get it? Balls, Nutley.
D. The announcers get ready to announce the match, but here's Yuchi.
Why not?
I didn't see this end well. He says he loves ECW, and he says he's Bishop's nephew, which was forgotten by this time, I think. He says he's hardcore and think the boos are you, or UG. He has a poem about ECW and announces places beyond belief. UG gets through a few verses and says he wants to hug everyone. And here's Sandman to not enter Sandman, no, because they're not getting that on the WWE Network.
You're just gonna shit on any music they added on the WWE Network, aren't you?
Well, if someone's legendary, as much as I hate the guy. You gotta leave it. You gotta. I understand what I know how to write so, but still.
Because I think they still have to pay Metallica for it.
Metallica's not that big of a name. Oh, they don't care. The entrance takes forever, but the destruction of Eugene, who's slow. This is a nice place, isn't it? That was the hair. Eugene runs their meeting, which is rather intelligent, though. Anywho, I roll world title. John Cena versus Revenue.
On to more important things.
Entering is extended entrance from RVD. It's time for the moment that shows remembered for. Cena's entrance is a sight to behold, as you will never, ever see more heel one guy no matter how long you live. She's Roman. There's the...
Had Roman been in that arena, he probably would have been booed.
Yeah. There's the famous Cena wins we right side. But the thing here is they really won't right.
Probably.
The star song is just moving, and when he sets the current in this one. You see nothing about middle fingers as he comes out of the aisle. Cena holds the title like a boxer, more than just soaks it in. The big match is trying to make it even worse. They throw his hat and his shirt back, which says a lot, actually. Then they do again, make it 3 times, would you believe for?
I believe they start wiping it on their pits and assholes, so.
The video remember is there's only 2,500 people here. Watch this actually with Sister Fingers at 15,000 seat arena, it's that bad.
They were probably just as loud as Allstate State. The Allstate Arena was for
Cena and Punk.
For Cena and Punk.
Way back, yeah.
Yeah.
I can go with that. Yeah. There's the bell as Cena is shaken up. There's I feel right. The crowd's chanting Cena. Not the move. Just toilet paper comes in. And this is insane. He lock up a few times. Cena shoves into the corner to face say you can't wrestle. This is Extreme Rules, which I forgot to mention. Perfect place to consider every single move Cena makes is being moved even louder. It seems to be legit into him. Can't say I blame him, but it's weird to see from Cena. Already considered for nothing less than divide here. They butt heads every ring and slung out. Power slam is 2 from the champ, includes like I said before. The finish chant, same old stuff, but a bit more colorful one. Cena goes on top, and drops the forearm on the top, and sends Van Damme to the table.
We're not monetized yet. You can say same old shit.
I'm practicing. Because we're almost here. Thank you for the over these 600 views.
You guys are special.
Now the fans think he's alright. R&D gets a Musso personal steps to take a round over. Cena versus Edge whip, and down goes the cameraman. Out to the crowd, which I can see a legit cry from Dylan, as I'm scared to be established something. Cena gets straight in a row, and Van Damme hits that spin leg drop tape him kind of out. Back in it right now, but Rob gets bases line and slate shot guilty. Leg drop to no cover. Skateboard cheer shot of course, just close to. Roll Thunder lands on the chair by delaying the cover, but he's only two. Split leg Mussel. Take no smart simple. I'll do it. ECs. Take barrel nose and see his knee to the chair, which no one sells like right now. The face ride that he can wrestle. I wonder if this gave the guys a summer speech when they changed the company name. Well, the chair wedges between the ropes. Cena gets a slit shot. It's already set into a corner for close to. Cena associates a massive set, which apparently Nicky Bell didn't think so, and does a you can't see me and 5 shuffles because he wasn't good in CW.